next week. Let's stay in the state of Texas, and we're going to talk about the Aggies next. 17-14 loss to Appalachian State last week.
No. Appalachian.
I'm sorry. Felder, I got to know who's on this call with me right now. You know I'm a Midwesterner. That's on me.
Listen to the Carolina boy.
That's on me. What I do know, I'll say this, right? Boone was going up. I saw the videos of those fans.
You know they had to spend an extra night in College Station, right?
I did hear that. Not a bad night to have to stay there, I guess, if you're App State. Yeah. I pulled some numbers on our boy Jimbo here. Mm-hmm. In his 13 years as a college football head coach, he was 17-1 with Jameis Winston at quarterback. He's had one season in the other 11 years where he has exceeded 10 wins. Now, 10 wins is impressive at a lot of programs. 10 wins is impressive with a lot of salaries across the country. I don't know that 10 wins every single year and 3 losses at Texas A&M when you're getting paid what Jimbo's getting paid is going to cut it long term. And we have quite a sample size at this point. So let's start here, back to Texas A&M, and then we'll go to Jimbo. Is Texas A&M a top 50 team in the country? Max, what's your answer?
I mean, yeah, 49th. I mean, what have they done outside of beating Bama last year to give us any hope that this team is good enough to be in a playoff, to make it, to where they're actually leading or even considered top 2 in the West consistently? Nothing. And I'm sorry, Haynes King, Zach Calzada took your job last year. You didn't get it back. He had to leave for you to get this job easier. And you haven't shown me anything since. So I have no reason to believe it. The game looks stale. You couldn't move the football. And when you're thinking about Texas A&M, number 1 recruiting class and all this money that's put into this program and Jimbo's salary, this is all we get. It's like drinking what is a drink called Zevia, right? It's supposed to be a natural soda with stevia and everything else. You drink, oh my God, it's great flavor. Boom, it hits the front of your tongue. It's great. By the time it hits 2/3 of your tongue, it's dead. You're like, oh man, this is just sparkling water. At the end of it, that's what you're getting with Texas A&M, or like an RC Cola that's been open for an hour, right? It's flat. It's flat. It's great on the first. You open it up, fizz, everything's great, and then after that, you might as well be pouring brown water at that point.
What am I supposed to say?
I mean, I did just go scorched earth on Texas A&M, and I have to call their game in 2 weeks. Please talk to me, staff, for the game. I do want to get your insights, but
here's the reality. Like Matt, he was an interception machine in game 1. Haynes King. They dropped 3 interceptions, and he threw 2 other ones. So that's it. He was an interception machine. Then App State walks in, and they come into the building. 97 yards passing. Are you Navy?
or Air Force?
Are you Army? Like,
never mind. Yeah. Triple option team.
Like, what are you doing? Like, is this LSU with Leonard Fournette? Like, what are you doing? So you see that. And then the other part for me watching is if you can't move the ball, and I'm a body language guy. And I don't feel bad about this. Like I'm watching A-Chain. A-Chain is trying to catch a pass, and he catches it, but then he has to like catch it behind, like it's behind him, and he's doing all this. Yeah. And then he gets up and he looks at him like, "Come on, man! Like, is this serious?" And when Max, you played on teams, like you've been around ball long enough. Like when the quarterback delivers the ball to a receiver or running back in a way that is not conducive to like getting more yards, they look at him like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" Yeah. And when they look at you like that and it's on camera, like you can tell like this has been going on for a long time, not just today.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just gonna put it out like this. It's one of those things where it's like, "Hey man, I didn't vote for you, by the way." I mean, that's the side eye you're giving. Like, you know, I wanted the other guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're seeing some of that in my state of Michigan here with JJ McCarthy, who has just won the job.
Dude.
But we had guys missing blocks. We had guys dropping balls. We had different play calls the entire game. There was no doubt who everyone involved wanted to win that job.
We want JJ McCarthy to be the starting quarterback, correct? We all do, right?
Yes. Yeah, if you're a fan of college football, I think you do.
Okay.
Yeah, you are. But it's a loyalty thing, right? I mean, Cade McNamara took you to the playoff last year, right? So you know, there's loyalty there. He stayed. He's a leader. He's proven he was a leader. And so it's like, man, I want that guy. But everybody's like, no, I want to see something more. I want to see some electricity coming through the stadium. I want to see the ball flying in the air. And not everybody wants to see a manager, you know, and a guy who just gets the job done. They want flair and panache. I
mean, it's not even that it's flair and panache, Max. It's like one guy shows up and he's got a fucking Gucci suit on. He's ready to rock and roll.
Panache.
That's not panache. He just looks cool. He's the cool guy.
That's the flair, though. That's the flair. He's just peacocking right now.
He's not peacocking. He's flexing.
One is the lead singer and one is the bass player. That's
the other guy shows up with the short sleeve button up with a tie, and you're like, "Hey, man, I don't."
At least it's not a clip on.
You look like you run the bowling alley.
Oh God! Listen, if you want our full breakdown on JJ McCarthy versus Cade McNamara, Christian Hackenberg did a phenomenal quarterback room. Yes. That's on the Field of 12 YouTube channel. So go watch that. Don't jump until this show's over though, but that's available if you want to see that. To wrap up our Texas A&M segment here, I alluded to Jimbo here. I mean, this man went toe-to-toe for verbal warfare with Nick Saban in the offseason. Some would say he has a lot of nerve. And to distract from Alabama's close call, what does he do? He loses to App State. At what point does his seat get hot, Felder? Like it's got to be soon, right?
I mean, here's the reality. Is he going to make $1 million a win?
This year, maybe?
Like he makes what, $10 million a year, right, Max?
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. No, he's gonna make a little over $1 million a week because I don't think they get to 10.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. This guy's gonna make more than $1 million a win. He's not his $1 million won't be parsed out based on wins. And so for me, I look at it, and the scary part is Arkansas is getting really good really fast, and I don't know that they're going to be able to keep pace with them. And obviously when KJ Jefferson leaves, things will change. And then if Brian Kelly can get things going the right way at LSU, things will change. But I just, if right now you can't be number 2 in the SEC West as Texas A&M, then when will you ever be number 2?
That's a good question. And I think that also carries what, we'll get into this later, just talking about Arkansas and, of course, the BYU game. But, I mean, Arkansas looks primed and ready. You have to believe that after watching that Texas A&M game, Sam Pittman was like, oh yeah.
We got your ass.
We got you. And we're going to go into AT&T Stadium in 2 weeks or a week and a half from now. And we're gonna show you that we deserve to be number 2. Then I think Mississippi State will say, hold my beer for a second, because what Will Rogers is doing is just
amazing.
But I think it's like Texas A&M. You're not even in this conversation, bro. Go and sit next to LSU right now. Go sit next to LSU. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yeah.
Sit yourself over to the side and let the big boys handle it out.
What's going on, guys? Rob Doster here, the founder of the Field of 68 and the Field of 12 Media Networks. I wanted to take a quick minute to let you guys know about an exciting new project that we have been working on for the last 3 months. The Almanac, an all-encompassing preview of the 2022-23 college basketball season. We spoke with every single Division I head coach to give you a robust and accurate preview for all 363 Division I college basketball teams. We have predictions for conference finishes for all 32 leagues. We have features on the best freshmen, the best big men, the breakout stars, the coaches on the hot seat, so much more. It is 600,000 words of sheer happiness for the college basketball fan. in your life. The Almanac is going to be available for digital purchase on September 26th for just $19.99, but you can pre-order it today using the promo code HOOPS and save 20%. Just hit the link in the description below.